So that leads me to my second part, important dates, vote 2020. So some key dates for the November 3rd election include these following. And if you can take some time to take a picture of this or write them down, and I'll definitely leave like 10 or 15 seconds at the end of my pitch to definitely give some time for that. So let's begin. So October 5th is the last day to register to vote in Texas. So unfortunately in Texas, if you're not aware yet, in Texas, you cannot register to vote the same day that you can vote like in some other states. In Texas, you have to register to vote at least a month in advance before you can actually cast your ballot. So if we look at the bottom point, November 3rd is official election day. So if you're not registered to vote by October 5th, and if you try to vote on November 3rd, you just simply can't because you won't be registered and you won't be on the catalog. So if you want to make sure that you're registered and that your vote is counted for on this important election, make sure to register to vote as soon as possible. And don't wait to the last minute either. And stick around or skip to the part where I'm actually speaking about how to register to vote to do that. So to the next point, October 23rd is the last day to apply for ballot by mail. So this is important because everyone I'm sure knows or has heard about, potential defundings or issues and delays going on with USPS. Now, to prevent that from having an effect in the way that you vote, if you choose to vote by October 3rd by mail, so if you wait all the way to this deadline, October 3rd, to apply to vote by mail, there is a very, very strong possibility that you might not be able to cast your vote on time. So if you want to prevent this issue from happening and from potentially disenfranchising yourself, make sure that you submit an application to vote by mail as soon as possible. Hopefully by the end of this presentation or by the end of this week, the weekend, doesn't matter. But as long as you don't wait until the last day, October 3rd, or even the last week, take care of it as soon as possible. And I'll give instructions and explain to you guys how to do that. So next dates, October 13th to the 30th is early voting period. This is important because the governor of Texas has actually expanded the early voting period because of COVID-19. So if you want to vote early and you don't want to wait until November 3rd to cast your ballot, you can definitely do that between October 13th and October 30th. And in the upcoming slides, I'll definitely talk about this a little bit more and give you specific dates and times that when you can do that. And lastly, November 3rd is election day. So election day is technically the last day that you can actually cast your ballot for this general election season. So it typically runs from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So you don't want to wait to the last minute. If you don't want to wait to the last minute, you can definitely vote early and prevent any misfortunes from happening and prevent yourself from being disenfranchised. Because this election season is very important, and you can definitely take care of this responsibly and make sure that the pandemic, that maybe issues with USPS or any other external factor does not affect your right to vote. So yeah, so I'll wait like maybe 5 to 10 seconds for you guys to take a picture or to write these down in case you haven't.